we have Doris Turner with us today, that we're going to do a virtual arts reception. And Miss Turner, if you want to take your mask off, you're welcome to. Since
Okay,
we
thank
are,
you.
we
6
are
feet apart.
6 feet apart. But I don't really need to welcome you to Cannons because you are just a family member of Cannons.
Well, for 30-some years, I think I came every day.
Yes. So what did you do at Cannons when you worked here for 30-something years?
Well, I was the art teacher.
Okay. Well, I know that everyone loved you when you were the art teacher here, and now you organize our gallery that we're sitting in right now. So can you tell us a little bit about this space that we're in and your dream for this space and how this space came to be?
Okay. When Donna Lipscomb was the principal and Martha Corbin and I were teaching music and art, we decided that arts were the most important thing of all, and we designed this building with the arts wing prominently here, and we'll turn this space, this lobby or entrance, into an art gallery. And it came to pass, and I'm real proud to say now that I'm old, I get to come and use the gallery and show my work.
Well, I appreciate it, and the community and the students do. Unfortunately, the way things are right now, we can't have an in-person arts reception, so we're having our virtual arts reception.
Well, that's good.
How many receptions do you think we've had over the years in the history of this gallery? How many different artists?
Well, let's see, 30 plus 10 would be 40 years between me and you. And in the beginning, we had changed it every month, and we did that for about 5 years, I guess, and then decided to do it 4 times a year. So you do the math.
Okay. Well, we just have a wide variety of artists for the community to come in and enjoy. But let's talk about your arts reception that we have of your works here today. What is your inspiration, or what was your inspiration for these beautiful paintings? And we can see 3 of them behind you right now that you have in this reception.
Okay, this is the bigger than life show, so to speak. And I just like to do big people. Back in 1980, when I moved to Spartanburg, I took a class at the Greenville Art Museum with Scott Belville, who was a professor at Converse in Furman at the time. And he had us cut photographs out of a newspaper and blow them up bigger. Well, I kind of enjoyed that, so off and on I come back to it and do fun things with that.
Well, it's a really fun reception, and your paintings are so vibrant and colorful, and the expressions in the faces of your subjects are I'm just so happy and joyful. Just like your personality.
Thank
you. So
you.
I can see your personality in these paintings. What material did you use in these paintings?
Well, just canvas. I think most of these, some are paper, and acrylics. I like that they dry fast and I can move on.
Okay, and what color palette do you use when you paint?
Red, blue, and yellow.
So only red, blue, and yellow, which are the primary colors.
Yeah, mostly. Sometimes if you need a different blue, like more turquoise looking blue, you can get. I have 2 blues.
Okay.
Ultramarine and phthalo blue.
So you don't use black, right? Black paint.
No, you can use yellow and purple make black, and green and red make black. I don't bother with black.
I think our students will enjoy hearing that you just have such a small color palette, but yet you're able to achieve many colors just from those 3 colors, just the way that you mix them together. And I guess you do add a little white that you need to.
Sometimes, yeah, I do white if you have a pastel, say, background or something. or skin tone sometime you need. However, I did an experiment one year, and I had a big canvas like this, and I went out in the woods at the end of a path and painted what I saw, exactly the colors, with the tree trunks gray and brown and green, everything just like it was in the little path going down. And then I went back and did the same thing using no white whatsoever. And I put them out in the woods, and the one with white in it looked like a piece of chalk out there. And the one with no white, you couldn't even see it. It just blended in the woods.
So it camouflaged in with the surroundings.
Yeah, so it's amazing.
That's interesting. What advice would you give any students that want to be a painter or anyone want to maybe achieve a different level with their paintings and their artwork?
Well, I guess you need to decide what's the point. What are you doing? I mean, it's not just that I go out and paint a picture of something I see, but I study and find out what composition looks good. And I sometimes have a purpose, like when my granddaughter was home for Christmas from college, she got a piece of tissue paper and put it on her head this way and put it on her head that way and posed around. I photographed her. And so I thought, well, that was a fun time to remember. So I painted her while she was there and while she was gone too. And that was sort of like a whole series. Mm-hmm. So find out what you want to paint, number one. There's a reason to paint.
Mm-hmm. And we can tell you have such joy from this. Thank you so much for all of your work and sharing your talents with us and the students and the community. And anyone who views your virtual arts show. Do you have anything else you want to share with us, Ms. Turner?
Well, let's see. The one behind me, directly behind me with the lady.
Yes, and the dog?
And the dog. That was a big one that I enjoyed because that is, she's got the whole world in her arms. And I thought it was sweet for the dog and a friend.
That is very sweet. That's your friend?
Yeah.
And the one right beside that, if I'm looking at it to the right.
Oh yeah, that was a lady, a friend at church, and she's 6 feet tall. And so she got me started on the big ones, and she always wears big hats, so I had her pose for me.
I can see her in that. Well, and what you really capture is the expression and the essence of the person in here too.
Oh.
Thank you, Ms. Turner.
Well, thank you. It's a privilege to be able to come out here.